Hello, everyone, and Welcome to Florida live stream. So I'm here with my co-hosts, Steve and Christy. Say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Hello there.
Well, it looks like it's just us. I don't see anybody in the chat, but that's okay.
Is that a bloody Ryan is streaming?
Yeah, Ryan's streaming right now.
It's all Ryan's fault. Okay. Well, folks, if you're out there, you're listening, you can drop us a comment. But other than that, what's going on with you guys today?
Nothing. Just been watching the replays from Steven's live streams that he had last night with all the poop stuff and everything like that. And I'm enjoying it to hell because he's cringing. You missed it.
A poop stream.
The poop stream.
Yeah, I was in there for 10 minutes watching. And yeah, that was a shit show.
Steve, Steve, have you seen Tommy's meme, the picture that he did?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Yeah, you have to see the Indiegogo meme. He did.
I'll go look.
It's freaking hysterical.
It's amazing. And when I see a turtle in the chat.
There, a turtle in the chat. Hey, Shellback, how you doing? He says there's 7 watching. Cool. Well, we are glad you guys are here.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and get started. So last week, 2 weeks ago,
I just saw it. An enema.
Hang on.
Okay.
An enema betrayed. Make let's see. Make bottoms enema again.
Yep.
Okay. How to do a coffee enema. Oh my gosh.
Tommy's full of shit.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of Shellback says really shitty videos. They ain't funny. Oh, while not crappy. Last time we were on the stream, we were talking about alligators. So did some scrounging for a couple of really, really funny and interesting alligator takes. So here's one that actually Christy tagged me in, but I had actually seen it about 2 or 3 days before.
I hadn't seen it. I just tagged you in it because I had seen it. I didn't see it.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
I just thought it was a picture. It's a video?
I think that was a picture, but I had seen the video on Facebook. There's this group called Florida Memes. Oh my freaking God. If I'm having a bad day, I just watch it. I just go through and look at the posts and crap. And they had the video. So here's the video, and then we'll look at the story.
Oh boy.
Okay, what is more Florida than a huggable gator being carried by its owner in public? We can thank a TikTok user for this viral gem. A Brevard County business owner brought the creature back inside, after some outdoor time. The gator even has a name, Sweetie.
Yes.
Sweetie.
Sweetie. The gator's name is
Sounded
Sweetie.
An awful lot like something.
What, Steve? What does it sound like?
Swede. She made me say it, that twat.
I'm upset I didn't even catch that.
I sure as hell did.
I am upset. Now I'm gonna see called Sweet E. I'm gonna start calling him that. But yes,
no,
Sweetie.
You're not gonna call me that.
Oh, not you. No. I knew better than that.
No.
We're gonna call the alligator that. We can call it alligator.
Because he hasn't called me a swamp ass bitch yet.
Oh, sorry, swamp ass bitch.
Weed.
Larry says Sweetie would make some good luck.
She would.
You know what, he would. But after reading the story, I'm not feel kind of bad about doing that.
I'm guessing it was a male one because of the because of Sweetie's meatballs.
See,
Oh God.
God's sake. Oh, well, Sweetie, the huggable Florida alligator, goes viral on TikTok. Blind gator couldn't survive in the wild. Okay, because this kind of makes sense, because I couldn't see somebody just picking up a darn gator with a t-shirt on, and you're not missing a hand or body parts or stuff like that. So that's really, really weird. Hey, Soul
Maybe,
Assassin.
maybe they had a trick up their sleeve.
Possibly.
I said that to her, to Christy.
It's my grits.
I need a clip that says, "What is a grit?" I have to get that from my cousin Benny just so I can play that for Christy. Say, Soul Assassin. He says, another question: why that gator has a shirt? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it looks like it is actually a pet. So, Brevard, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
People have alligators as pets.
Well, this one they do, because the gator is blind and it can't survive in the wild on its own. So in Florida, alligators are protected. So usually if they find one, they just tag it, send it back into the wild. But if it can't survive in the wild on its own, they usually put it in a preserve, or I don't know how this person got to keep it, but let's see what happened here. So Brevard County, which is on the Space Coast, on the East Coast. Sweetie is probably the most famous alligator in the world after going viral on multiple social media sites since Tuesday. The 6-year-old blind American alligator was spotted wearing a lime green t-shirt, I guess they dress it like a dog, and being carried like a baby into the Florida Key Lime Company in Cocoa Beach, News 6 partner Florida Today reported. The uniquely Florida moment was caught on video and racked up millions of views across Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
Why? Why is that a thing? I don't.
Why is the gator a thing?
Why is it's a gator. I don't care if it's blind. It's a fucking gator.
Oh, yeah. Or some purses. Yes. Or some purses. Definitely. Definitely. I don't know. With some people, I really don't know, because my instinct, if the gator was blind, was not for me to catch it. Not for me to freaking keep it. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling animal control. You can come and pick it up. So I have no idea why.
If it's blind, that's when you use a sledgehammer.
Well, they can always put it. I've been on a marathon stream of watching Naked and Afraid, and I'm just like, well, why don't they just kill a fucking gator? I don't know.
You know what? I don't get why people don't do that, because that's my instinct. That was my grandparents' instinct. They don't, they see a gator, it's dinner and it's dead. Not keeping it as a pet or anything like that. No. Toxic man flu, beware the brew. I'm missing out on the hashtag.
Coffee brew.
Oh. The enema, the coffee enema.
Yeah.
Was it a Florida Gators shirt? No, because it wasn't orange. I'm more of a Seminoles fan. Shellback, that is freaking blasphemy.
No clue what you're talking about.
Friends don't let friends go to Florida State. Florida State, their mascot is the Seminoles. University of Florida, their mascot is the Gators.
Oh Lord, I wonder if that's going to change, their mascot being a Seminole and all. I mean,
no, you want to know why? Seminoles want to keep that casino money.
Yeah, that's true.
We are not playing that in Florida. Plus, they are one of the only tribes that did not formally surrender to the United States government. So
nice.
We are very, very, very freaking proud of that fact, and why I was very disappointed to find out I did not have Seminole ancestry. I was pissed. Christy, why you ask why and Florida answers why not?
mean, I, I, I live in Texas and we do some crazy ass shit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, kiss my ass, Steeg. Lady, you dumbass. Sorry, my cat fell off
your
the
cat.
fucking couch. But the Florida man stuff, I can never find a Texas man or a Texas woman story online. All I have to do is Florida man. I'm just like, oh god, here we go again.
Yeah, it really is a thing. Just, Florida man. It's like Texas man doesn't have the same ring. Louisiana man doesn't have the same ring at all. It's just like Florida man.
Have you guys seen what Norwegians call Texas?
Yes,
No.
I know what they call Texas.
Yeah, we use it as an adjective to describe crazy and pandemonium and stuff. We call it completely Texas.
I did see that.
It's a
I
true
call
thing.
bullshit.
No, it's true.
I call bullshit.
No.
I'm inclined to believe it because in the Northeast, when we say something is Jersey stupid, it's pretty stupid. And we always rag on New Jersey.
Oh, you can find tons of articles about it. It is a thing.
Let's see here.
Can author Stephen Walt make coffee from it? I don't know. I am not sure. Toxic man flew. Florida man and a blind gator enter a bar.
Yep.
Oh, let me guess. He grabs it and no, the gator's blind, not the Florida man. He'd probably still grab it by the tail and swing it around. Toxic
Maybe
man.
he was a drug addict, high on crock cocaine.
Croc cane. Close.
Crack, crock.
Gotcha.
Hey, McKee.
Really toxic man, but really hey off to Stephen Walton.
So, Lorena, McKinney 90 is a guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, Scott thought it was a girl, and so and I forget what he said, and McKinney 90 goes, "I'm a guy" in the chat. I've never seen someone turn so red and turn off their camera so fast.
Was this yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Oh man, Scott, you are so late on the clue train with that. Oh my gosh. Stew and boots after. Hey, Keck, yes. Gator stew, boots, purse, belt. Yeah. My brother lives in Tallahassee. Got a roof nose. Yeah, I understand that. The coffee. Yes, we did see that.
Yep.
That is so Texas. LOL.
Yeah.
So we have Florida man, and that is so Texas, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. So the guy owns the. Oh, sorry, Christy. Go ahead.
It's in a fucking shirt.
It's in a t-shirt.
Louis, what is it? Louis Moorhead?
Mm-hmm.
Picture if his brother is named Craven.
Oh my God. You know what? We got Steve on the stream. We should not be surprised at any of this.
That's really good, Steve. I like that one. Craven forehead.
Okay, sorry. I just thought of a Miami bass song too. That's probably not good. Not good. Okay, well, he's the owner of the Florida Key Lime Company just next to Ron John's Surf Shop. I know where that is. Said he took Sweetie the gator in as a rescue. Sweetie was taken in by a wildlife park before being adopted by Moorhead. Okay, see, this is what I don't understand. How this person got to adopt it from the wildlife park where it should be.
It's a rescue animal. Don't you know that, Lorena? I don't know how, but the alligator can be a rescue animal.
So they gave Moorhead a gator.
Oh man, I did. to think I was born in Dallas. Oh my gosh.
McKean,
No.
I work in Richardson.
Oh, is that near you, Christy?
Yeah, it's near me.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So she never would have made it in the wild. So they couldn't keep her in the wildlife part. So they let her be adopted. When she was small, she was injured in the wild, and the Florida Fish and Wildlife found her. She has such a calm and docile personality. Yeah, now, I'm sorry. I don't care, but I would not be walking into this shop and see a freaking gator walking around. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Nope.
No.
I'm not going near Florida simply because of the gators. And then there's the Walmart thing.
It's not that bad.
Man, you know damn well the Oklahoma Walmart, Oklahoma was more worse than.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Norwegian shopping centers and stuff?
No, I haven't.
Exactly. Trust me, Florida is bad too.
Well, there's not enough for you guys, though. In Florida, we have all the darn tourists that come in there. You can't get past a dog, but nobody gets past a gator. That's right. That's right. You can't.
Unless it's blind.
Blind with a t-shirt on.
The only thing wrong with Texas is that it is in Oklahoma.
Oh my God. Shellback says, don't be scared.
Don't get scared.
Don't get scared.
I ain't scared.
Scared. I forgot. What was that supposed to say? So anyway, when you think of Florida, if Florida was a person.
Is that Gary Busey?
That is Gary freaking Busey. And I swear that's not Florida. I think he's in New Orleans.
Hey, this is so appropriate. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
You got that right. Oh my God. No, I do not want to freaking see Joe Biden. I don't want to see Joe Biden. But anyway.
What is this? Oh, is this matter? Or are we watching this?
Oh no, we're gonna skip by this in a minute. So what this is, and daggone it, I thought I had all my stuff up. Okay. So, and a lot of people in the little teaser, folks probably missed it, is remember last time I was talking about police and their interactions with alligators?
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. McKinney he thought that was Kevin Bacon.
Dang, how could?
No.
Okay. Hey, let's go back. That's Kevin Bacon.
He's certainly cut loose.
Woo! I just Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, it looks like someone beat up 80-year-old Kevin Bacon.
Is that a real gun or was that photoshopped in?
I think it's real.
I think it's real. He's got his finger on the trigger, which is lousy. You're not supposed to do that. That's lousy discipline. But if it's just a starter pistol, probably.
That's still crazy.
It does look like someone who's firing blanks, doesn't it?
Get it?
Jesus.
Like I said, this is either in New Orleans or Key West, Florida, where no one would think twice about this. I'm serious. They're both crazy places.
It's not smart to stand in front of the car when firing the starting pistol.
Well, like Christy said, what? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. It's Gary Busey, so it's real. Yeah, because Gary Busey just looks jacked up. Oh my gosh.
I think he had a motorcycle accident, didn't he? Smashed his head in really badly.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow, that's bad.
That's why his head looks different now than he used to.
I like how he paused when he said different.
different. Like I had to kind of
The
ponder.
eye sockets look different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one on the that didn't. Yeah, that does, dude.
It's Kevin Bacon on Croc.
Face. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Hey, Mad Mardigan. A little late, but I made it. Did I miss Alligator from Garbage Pail Kids? You did, but you know what? Just for you, let's play it again. Where is he?
Okay, what is more Florida than a huggable gator being carried by its owner in public? We can thank a TikTok user for this viral gem. A Brevard County business owner brought the creature back inside, after some outdoor time. The gator even has a name, Sweetie.
Yep. Sweetie Gator.
Lord have mercy.
It's yeah. I just no. Let's put it this way. I don't see a native Floridian having a pet gator like that. Mm-mm. Nope. Biden has had more work done than Caitlyn Jenner. Daggone it.
Yeah, but he's biding his time.
Okay, Shellback, there was an echo. It wasn't just me.
You say, yeah, I heard a little bit of an echo there. I figured it was temporary.
It's fine.
Travis, it's Kevin Bacon on Croc. Hey, Jane. Says, hey, guys. This is such an accurate photo. Yeah, it was. But, dude, Gary Busey, he just looks like Gary Busey.
Did you see that piranha movie he was in? He actually bit a piranha to death.
No.
What?
Yeah. The piranha's got him, and he came out of the water with a piranha in his mouth, biting the crap out of it.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was a sequel to Piranha 3D. It had Busey and David Hasselhoff in it.
I have not seen that movie in years, and it scared me to death.
Oh, the sequel is actually fun. Piranhas get into a SeaWorld thing. A lot of pools and stuff with people in them.
Okay, do you see Madigan's comment about the TV? Leave this picture up. Okay. I just put the stream on the TV.
Okay.
You see that? Read that.
I just put the stream on the TV and told my girlfriend that someone said it was Kevin Bacon, and she said, if anything, he looks like Gary Busey. Oh God, that's funny. Oh my gosh. You guys are awesome. Please be sure to hit that like button. Oh my gosh. And Jane says, put alcohol in his other hand and you'll have Louisiana. You know what, Jane? I swear this picture looks like it was either taken in Key West or it was taken during Mardi Gras.
Put a dildo in the other hand and you have California.
Jesus.
And Key West. Key West, Florida is nuts. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Yep, Gator had a shirt. News reporter's hot.
Of course,
Having a pet gator work for Sonny Crockett. Yes, it did. It did.
Who's Sonny Crockett? Oh yeah, wait, never mind. I know who it is now. Okay.
Yeah, Miami Vice. I don't know how he got away with that, but what the heck? They probably said cop show. I live on a boat.
I need to watch that one. Only seen a few episodes.
It's I really liked it. I would say the last 2 or 3 seasons pretty much sucked, but the first couple seasons is like awesome. The music's great. The plot lines are great. It's really
Jan Hammer did the music, right?
Yes. And it is awesome. And I think they spent, I forget how much of their budget they spent just on royalties. So when you hear certain 80s hits, they paid the money to use the entire song. So the soundtracks are just crazy. They're just crazy, especially like especially Phil Collins tracks. Especially tracks from Phil Collins. They spent a lot of money on music, and it showed. And then they got cheap near the end, and it pretty much sucked. Cool. So let's see who said that. Also worked with Betty White in Lake Placid. Well, until it started eating people. Is that from Piranha?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it's Lake Placid.
Okay. That's
I forgot Betty White was in that movie.
freaking Sea Lake Placid.
Yeah. Oh, watch it. It's awesome.
That is one of the movies where the movie poster art was so good and so chilling.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have to go see that.
It's like Tremors in tone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like horror humor kind of.
Okay.
It has a great cast though. Bridget Fonda and was it Treat Williams and
I like him.
Brendan Gleeson, Oliver Platt.
Okay. I'm gonna hit that up tonight. Put that on so because I can see that, because that's one of those movies where I had to see it, and everyone tells me it's good, and I have to watch that. Awesome.
Yeah, and then do a review of it.
Gotcha. Cool. I definitely will. I freaking love movies. I love scary movies. We call them run, bitch, run movies. I like those.
Girl, yes.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one.
I've been doing that since I was little. And what was the movie? I think it was when it was the second Scream movie. And it was Sarah Michelle Gellar's character. She's supposed to be the smart, like analytical one that, well, why didn't she just do this and stuff like that? And what does she do? She runs up the stairs. And I'm like, run, bitch, run.
You know what, Christy? That's what we should do. We should do just review scary movies. Just call it Run, Bitch, Run review. I'm serious. That's what we should call it. Hey, just another nerd. You'll also see a bunch of people who are big stars today, but were only starting out when Miami Vice was made. Yes, Liam Neeson is one of them. He played, I think, an IRA terrorist. Oh, yeah. He played an IRA terrorist. This is how I learned that you could use a rocket launcher to take down a British Airways jet. And one of the Vice cops fell in love with him, and I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, Liam Neeson is one of the big names in there. Pam Grier was in there. It's crazy. It's literally chock full of people, because that was the 80s show to get on. Even you just had a bit part to get on that. Florida is officially the wacky land of America. Yes, it is. We are the Australia of America.
It's also the penis of the United States.
Yes, it looks like we're pissing on Cuba.
Oh wow, that's really on point, isn't it?
Yes. Oh,
you think
God.
you'd think they'd be tipping them off, but
fucking hell.
Well, let me get to this video. Speaking of tips. So some people asked about, how I said, you find a gator, just call the cops, get some popcorn, sit and watch. Oh, here's a perfect video. And some of you probably remember seeing this clip. Actually, I think they were on Cops.
Attention, women.
As soon as I can get past this freaking ad.
The FDA recalled breast implants made.
Attention, women's breast implants.
No, none of us do. It's weird.
That one's not that big though.
It's a fucking gator, Steeg.
Yeah, but that one isn't so bad.
Well, then you go and try to handle the fucking thing then.
You can hear him hiss in a little bit.
Grab him by the tail and smash him over your shoulder into the pavement.
But they can't, because they're endangered.
Oh.
So they got to trap them.
Oh, use the trash
These
bin.
motherfuckers are endangered?
Yes. If you find one in a road and you kill it, it's okay. But you usually try to have animal control come out and get it.
They're quick though.
Very.
Bike hack.
Later, Cac.
Have a good night, Keck.
Yes, thank you, Jane.
Hmm. That's such a drag.
I mean, he looks, and that gator looks so pissed off too that he's just like,
they're not happy when they're caught. They hiss at you, everything. They're not happy. They're not happy.
what kind of tape do they use?
Electrical tape,
Okay.
duct tape.
Hmm.
They usually have one or the other. Because the zip ties, the zip ties don't do it fast enough. It's just electrical and duct tape.
Yeah, it is.
Police
Dang, Jane.
brutality. I was thinking that, but I didn't have the balls to say it.
Oh my gosh.
Did Steven say, or Steven, I fucking messed that up. Did Steve say he doesn't have balls?
In a couple of moments.
Who
I
said
didn't
it
have
in
the
that
balls
song?
to
Deputy
go
Karma.
that way, but Jane did it for me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Which
it's
one is this?
funny. He says, usually
Uh-huh.
electrical tape. Crikey, danger, danger. Steve Irwin did say that.
Crikey, danger, danger.
Just another nurse said that cop should have went Evil Dead and bring the chase.
Yeah,
Oh
Yo,
my
she bitch.
gosh.
let's go.
Oh, that's too freaking funny. Toxic Man Flu says there's nothing wrong with Florida. These people are the ones who survived evolution to this point. You're absolutely freaking right. Be out there in the middle of nowhere with freaking gators and water snakes and nobody to back you up. You'd kill crap too.
Yeah, but the thing is, the rest of the world has evolved further.
No.
They've evolved differently.
You know what that comment reminds me of?
What?
You know the Super Mario Brothers movie?
I haven't seen that in ages.
I know, but it kind of reminds me. It's like if they've survived evolution to this point, and you sorry, you don't get it.
No, I
Like,
have.
with the dinosaurs and like, don't alligators come from dinosaurs?
They do. They do. Okay. I haven't seen that movie in ages, but I get what you're coming from now. Oh my gosh. Pissing on Cuba, don't kink shame. I'm not kink shaming. I'm just being real.
That would be a weird kink, though.
Oh
You can
my
only have
gosh.
sex if they piss on a Cuban first.
The
The Goombas. Sorry if you heard my cat.
So that's one.
Christie's cat fell into the toilet
Yeah, she fell into the toilet last night again. And
on the
everybody-
live stream.
Yeah. And everybody's like, well, just leave it alone. I said, it's toilet water.
It won't kill her, but
I don't care. It's toilet water. I'm not going to pet that cat until she is clean off
oh
from
well, heck yeah.
the toilet water.
I was just gonna say, I'd
Remember
laugh
that
my ass
song
off.
from Friends? You know, Smelly Cat.
Smelly cat, smelly.
Hey,
Yeah.
cat. Oh, it's not your fault.
That's your cat, Christy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That is big.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's why R.
that's,
Kelly
uh,
likes Florida.
Oh, damn.
You went there, Shellback. That's oh my god, that's just wrong. I'm not American, but I always thought Florida was where old people went to pee themselves and die. Yeah, that's where everybody's grandparents went to pretty much. Well, they don't go to pee themselves and die. They go to basically hang out and party at swank retirement homes like the Villages and spread STDs all over the place, then pee themselves and die. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jane, did you really just say pull it out of the toilet and just throw it in the shower?
Well,
Does she
it's
mean
a
your
perfectly
cat?
good solution.
It is, but that's 20 claws you got to deal with.
No, I don't. She's declawed in the front. I didn't
Oh,
do
she
that. Yeah,
is?
I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Mine aren't declawed, but man, if they fall in the toilet, screw that. They're just gonna have to dry themselves off. I'm
Yeah.
not touching it.
Toss a towel in there with them.
Yeah, but y'all forget though, she's a Maine Coon.
That's a lot of freaking hair.
I know, but she also Maine Coons are known for, if not liking water, tolerating water. No?
Mm,
Okay.
I don't have one. Mine are both like one's a short hair and one's a medium hair. But I know the one that was dumb enough to fall in the bathtub, I didn't get it out. I'm like, you got yourself in there, you get yourself out. Which was pretty freaking funny.
Yeah.
Spread STDs. They pop on Viagra or something. Yeah, Shellback. In case you guys didn't get the memo, retirement homes are one of the biggest trouble spots for STDs.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting it. Well, not everybody, but let's just say, yeah.
No, I've worked in them before. It's
That's
true.
right, Kristen. That's what you
It's
did.
fucking true. The one I just most recently left. I stopped working there in April, and back in 2018, they got it was gonorrhea.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't the men, it was the women. So there was like 4 or 5 guys. There were a lot more women than there were men at the old folks home, and I was just like, ugh.
Picture if your name is Rhea and you're a goner.
Oh, Jesus. He went there.
Dang.
He really went there.
He did, but you know what? We opened that. We went down that
We did.
rabbit hole.
We sure did.
We sure
You've
did.
done that yourself.
Thanks, Jane, so much for modding, putting all our channels and stuff in there. Thank you. Retirement home in Florida, creepiest swingers club ever. Yes, especially the villages. That's all I'm going to say.
That is the best comment in regards to retirement homes I have ever seen, because it's true.
It's so freaking true. It really is. Well, speaking of true, what some people thought was not, and speaking of dinosaurs, this is a 13 to 15 foot long alligator. Okay. Check
She's
it out.
talking about on Facebook tonight. Take a look at this guy, an alligator probably bigger than you've ever seen, crossing a trail in a Polk County park.
Yeah, it really is an unbelievable sight, isn't it? ABC Action News reporter Ryan Raish caught up with the brave hikers who captured this big guy in action and explains the backstory of this monster gator.
Oh my God.
It's the video that lit up the internet today. An alligator nearly as long as an SUV, sauntering from one marsh to another and stunning onlookers nearby.
It was just awe-inspiring.
Christy Buckley was just wrapping up a morning hike with her husband Sean when the gator started to move. That's them right there lying on the ground, capturing these still pictures from the other angle. And yes, he's just as big from that side too.
Yes.
I'm calling him Godzilla.
I
That's kind of
totally
what he looked
agree,
like
yeah.
going across the path. Yeah.
That is a
Crossing so
Godzilla-looking
slowly,
mug.
his feet flopping with every step, and that tail dragging long behind.
He's so prehistoric.
How long is that tail?
Amazing.
And before you start calling this a fake, talk to the regulars at Circle B. The estimated 13 to 15-foot gator even has a name, and it's been around here for decades.
The big humpback is what everybody's calling him. His back is a little bit higher up than normal.
So check this out. Normally, Circle B is a pretty quiet park. Not today. Everyone's heard about that gator and are actually making up their own parking spot just to get a peek.
We live nearby and we come out here, but we came out today because of that.
The trails on this protected, sprawling piece of land is a hotspot for hikers and photographers because you never know what you'll find. Like in this case last spring. This time around, Buckley says they never felt threatened, and they were ready to jump to their feet if needed.
I probably should have been a little more afraid than I was. I was just so inspired by seeing this amazing creature.
A creature that almost looks to be from a different era. In Lakeland, Ryan Raish, ABC Action News.
Yeah, that's a fucking dinosaur.
It is a freaking dinosaur. Oh my God.
I'm never going down there. ever.
I have never in my life seen one that freaking big.
Have
Not,
you seen? There's a crocodile called Gustav. It's supposedly one of the biggest ones ever. It's still alive.
where is
That
it?
one, that one's gonna shock you.
Oh my gosh,
I'll see if I can find a link and put it in the.
okay. Because I know Gatorland in Orlando has a couple of crocodiles, and Disney's Animal Kingdom has a couple, but they're not like the really huge ones. I mean, they don't keep them there. They're kind of like around the same size as the alligators that they have, but you can tell they're different by the teeth. But I've never seen one that big.
All right. So y'all are ragging on cats, huh? Why don't you go ahead and play that clip that I just put in the chat, Lorena? Cat versus alligator.
Oh shoot! I'm looking forward to this because I got 2 of them little boogers. I got 2 of them
Toxic
boogers.
man flu. That
and they need to
still
earn their
bigger than
freaking
Drew.
money and earn their keep. Oh, what did toxic man flu say?
And he's like, that gator's still not bigger than Drew. Hashtag beware
the Drew. Gustav is in the Congo. Oh, okay.
Jane's right. The regulars are high.
Regulars are high. Where the heck did I miss that one?
Yeah, that crocodile has apparently eaten 300 people.
Damn. Yeah, I'd heard that, especially in Egypt, it wasn't uncommon where they open up a crocodile and there's a person inside of it.
Yeah, the crocodiles in the Nile
Yeah.
are some of the most aggressive ones in the world.
Yes.
And they used to feed people to them.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like in a lot of Egyptian hieroglyphic paintings, yeah, eating people.
Yeah, and the saltwater crocodiles outside of Australia are huge as well and extremely aggressive. They snatch people off the beaches. People fall asleep on the beach drunk and stuff.
Oh, hell no. Yes. F the Nile.
Yeah, I wanted to visit Egypt, but I said, there's no way I'm getting on the freaking Nile River. Screw that. No freaking way. Stig would charge Florida down or wouldn't rant wielding a war axe.
I put it in the chat if you want to play the video.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I gotcha. Wanted to catch up with the
No, Shellback, Stig is not scared. He is smart.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near the crocodile.
Oh my gosh. Jane said even our animals don't riot.
That is cray-cray.
Oh my gosh, that is nuts. That is nuts. Louisiana wildlife isn't vicious. Yeah, Louisiana wildlife is pretty laid back.
Bullshit.
Pretty laid back from what I hear.
As someone who visits Louisiana and sees the wildlife, yeah. Bye.
Let's see, Stig, what you sent me. You sent me a JPEG here.
Oh my God.
Oh, oh God.
That's not even the biggest one.
How long is that thing?
What is that, like 20 feet? At least 20 feet.
This is a Nile crocodile.
Yeah, no wonder.
Picture 10 of those coming for you.
Oh God.
Nope. It's time for me to drink some fucking cinnamon whiskey right now.
This is why your girl was never going on the Nile River. I heard too many darn stories.
Yeah,
what is that? That's a freaking dinosaur with teeth.
That's the dinosaur.
Woo! You know how many boots you gator? You mean the croc, right? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
send another one just to show the size of a regular one.
Stupid.
Steven, they're not my people. I can't explain that. I'm not African. I cannot explain that to you.
And Jane is like, I am not that black.
Yeah. Jane and I are about like 3 hops from this right now. So we have no frame of reference. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You know what, Steven? Since since Uche's Nigerian, why don't you ask him?
Oh my god. Being on a live stream with when Uche is high as hell is fucking hilarious. And he saw the Tiger King a trailer. This was on Tom's channel.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you just create a new octave range or something like that from laughing so hard? I know he doesn't remember that, but I sure as hell do.
Uche is freaking. Listening to him play Mario Kart and trash talk Ryan is just too freaking funny. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize there were different levels. Can I be pleasantly pink and not white? Yeah, especially if you get sunburned, dude. It's cool. It's cool. I don't think that they do in West Africa. I was being facetious. Yes, because Nigeria is in West Africa. So I was being facetious about that.
What's the next link that you put? You sent, Steve?
Oh, you sent another one?
You put another one in there.
Oh yeah, it's just if you don't like crocodiles, you're gonna not like this picture.
Oh fuck.
Oh god, let's see. What do we got here?
That one's gonna give me nightmares. Oh my god.
I could have swore I saw that on Wild Kingdom once.
That's big.
Holy.
Because that,
wow.
That bull thing is bigger than you.
Yeah. This is freaking nightmare fuel. But whoever took this picture, I wonder how far. They must have one hell of a zoom lens. I'll put it that way. That's a gorgeous shot.
Yeah, but
yeah, I got nothing. I got
yeah.
Toxic man sleep.
Hashtag mood too.
Mood too.
That's freaky. Yes, that is it is a majestic creature. And I think that's what a lot of people lose respect for, that these are like wild animals and that needs to be respected. Sometimes people just
I respect it. I respect it enough not to go near it.
Yes.
I think they should be killed and extinct because they don't do anything important.
Well,
we don't need every animal.
We don't. That's why even with the alligators, there's a not mandated, but there's like a hunting season. So you have to have a special license, and I forget how long the hunt is for, but they're allowed to go in and just like thin them out. Another like interesting point, you know how they have the SpaceX launch and all that? Well, that's near wildlife preserve. So they usually try to chase all the alligators out of the ditches so they don't get fried from the launches. I mean, sometimes they do find some fried ones, but they try to get them out.
I like Steven's comment where he's like, Australians put saddles on those things. And all I can do now is picture Lethal Lightning, Lyndon, and Raging Rhino on there.
On a crocodile.
I think, I'm gonna message Apollo Patriot.
Tell them we need that one. I think they freaking do something like that at Gatorland too. Reminds me of Ace Ventura. Yep. So here's the other one. This one, if you're drinking something, I would highly suggest putting it down. Some people tend to get a little cocky after they've trapped an alligator, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Here's why. Volume's a little low, but
You ever been down to Shark Valley?
Oh, that's okay.
That's a great ride. And there,
Wait
it's a
for
pathway
it.
through, part of the Everglades there. And there's gators everywhere. And they'll
Wait
be on
for
the
it.
road. And I literally have to get off the bike and walk around them.
Why is he doing that?
Because he's a moron.
Yeah.
I did it 2 years ago.
Yeah, it is. It's a good ride.
Wait for it.
Oh my God.
You hear Han Solo. Don't get cocky.
Or crocky.
He's coming back.
Freedom!
Good for him. Yes. He got knocked the fuck down.
I sure did. I'm just like,
Replay it again.
oh my God.
Well, you don't have to do the whole beginning. I was going to do the part where
You ever been down to Shark?
He got knocked the F out. Let me see. Hang on. Okay.
about right there.
Ooh, he's coming back.
Damn.
That's why you don't get cocky with gators.
No, this is the part where you see Jane's like, run. I'd be like, run, bitch.
Run.
He headbutted him. That was a headbutt.
Yes.
Can I please say McKinney when you get to it?
Okay, hang on. Okay.
He's coming back.
Free at last. Florida Almighty, I'm free at last.
Give him a Glasgow kiss.
Did you hear that? Like the gator was like hissing at him. Was it like victory hiss or something?
I was just standing there watching. I thought it was pretty insane. I saw a big 9-foot gator walking around the neighborhood. It was in the yard, and the cops
Stupid ass
were
white people.
near the mailboxes, following it around, so it didn't go.
Well, Dad's still dead, in case you were wondering. I want to become a real tattoo artist.
Yeah, probably not
That
a good
was
idea.
freaking funny. Oh my God. Yeah, that was just a trip.
It's
So
a trip I won't be making.
That's for damn sure.
Well, we know you guys won't. But it's just like I said, it's just crazy how native Floridians don't mess with this crap. It's like we see a gator around, we're not messing with it. We're calling the cops, animal control to come and get it. But then you have like these snowbirds that'll come down and people have no clue and they'll wind up feeding them and they lose their fear of humans. And then they start eating people's pets and crap and stuff like that. So what did Trey say? They're not even shocked. No, Trey, they're not, because it happens all the time there. And as a kid, you're taught to look out for stuff like that. So you see a gator, guess what? You call, yeah, because it's just another day in Florida. It's just another day.
It's always white people.
Stieg, you're white.
I know, but in videos like that, even those skateboard videos where they're trying to balance the skateboard on a railing and stuff, and then they fall and hit their balls. It's never a black guy.
Right. That is some Tiger King white ass bullshit right there. I'd be like, why? And I was like, bitch, you deserve to get killed then, and stuff like that. I mean,
because if it was my relatives, that gator would be dead.
If it's my relative, if my relatives, they'd be eating that thing.
Well, we got to kill it first, then skin it, and but no, don't call animal control That's when Pop goes and gets the machete and they deal with it.
Mm.
Maybe Ellie ain't so bad besides the commies. At least with a gator, I know what I'm getting. Commies are a little crazy. So I have one last video to show about alligators. So this is pretty much like a little truth bomb. Some of you will probably be like, forget it, I'm not dealing with gators, which is true. But it gives some really good info.
Okay.
He says this is the first time something like this has happened in 45 years of doing business. Alligator attacks on humans are extremely rare.
Today, NBC2's Levi Ismail went through decades of Florida history to see how rare these gator attacks are. Levi, what did you find out?
Most people can actually remember the first time they saw an alligator, but with how large some of these massive creatures are, it's hard to remember that any of the attacks are extremely rare, let alone cause any fatal injuries.
Any body of water in South Florida, especially this time of year, the ditch in your front yard could have an alligator.
In Florida, this is a common scene near area lakes and rivers. No matter how intimidating, Amy Sarah of the Calusa Nature Center says
In Florida, this is a common thing that you see.
May think.
They see you as something very large because they're very low to the ground. And so they're not going to expend their energy to chase you.
Since 1948, state records say no more than 3 gator fatalities have occurred in any given year.
I've swam next to them knowing they're there. It doesn't bother me.
Some Florida natives are more daring than others, but say it's something they've always grown knowing.
The first thing they think is that thing can kill me when they see a huge one. So no, it doesn't surprise me if they're afraid of it.
Here at Florida Gulf Coast University, students come from all over the country.
Go swim next to that giant one you saw earlier, bitch, with glasses, and you'll die.
Signs saying there's alligators around, and they're like, is there actually alligators around?
We lose a lot.
You fucking millennials and you fucking zoomers.
I mean, an alligator attack is really rare.
FGCU professors say the alligators should be protected whenever possible, but that doesn't mean letting your guard down.
We teach people when they walk up to a road to look both ways. I think we just have to teach people when they walk up to a water body to recognize that there might be an alligator there.
Now, speaking to the professor,
Well, I was also taught to look at both sides of the road before crossing.
by associating humans with food, the gators will associate you with food and will not fear you. In the newsroom, Levi Ismail.
Yep, that's pretty much it. They will think you're food. Live and let die. You know what? That's for real. I don't understand why people think gators are something to mess with. And they talk about attacks being rare. They're downplaying it. This is from a couple years ago, but this was actually before that one kid got killed by a gator at Disney World. Because people think that, they're in Florida, nothing can happen.
So did you have a magical time at the end?
Who? Dan Christie, that's bad.
Some guy escaped the police by jumping off a bridge down there too and got eaten by gators immediately.
Dumbasses.
They are stupid. I mean, people just do dumb. Again, they do dumb things and they don't respect wildlife. And a lot of people go on vacation, they go to Florida and they let their guard down, and crap like that can happen. So don't mess with gators, call the cops. Okay.
Oh boy.
Call the cops.
I've seen stupid people try to feed bears as well.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
Or feed the bear cubs. Very dumb move.
You see Toxic Manflu's latest comment?
Hang on. I have your video up that you sent me.
Okay.
Is this about the gift basket?
Maybe.
There's gift baskets?
No, it says to Stephen Walton, a white enema brew for the privileged few.
Oh, oh, y'all can keep that.
I love you, Stephen. I love you with all my heart.
So what's this, Christy, that you sent me here?
Why don't you, it goes with what we're talking about, Lorena.
I know. I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious. So let's see this hot mess that Christy sent me.
Why don't you expand? Play? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, play it.
Torgo Baggins, can you highlight his comment?
Sure thing.
I'm gonna regret doing this.
Oh God!
I'm waking up. It's coffee in your butt.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Damn it.
Yep, that's how we get. Can you Torgo Baggins, can you highlight his comment?
Sure thing.
I'm gonna regret doing this.
Oh God!
I'm waking up. It's coffee in your butt.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting.
Okay, I just had to repeat that one just to hear Christy say that again.
Is it decaf or is it crappuccino?
Yeah, McKinney, you're right. Steven's never going to live this down for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I was so nauseous from watching that stream. I had to unsub. It was just poop everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, this has nothing to do with Star Wars.
Okay.
So I left.
Are you being serious?
No.
Okay.
Oh goodness. Well, thank you for all the people who are in here and watching. Jason C says, yikes. Yeah, yikes indeed. Yikes indeed. Oh, so please hit that like button. Wild animals are called wild for a reason. It's so stereotyping. McKinney says you should have been there during yesterday's Rogue Entertainment stream. Absolute gold mine. Yes, yes, I heard about it. I had a lovely family obligation, so I couldn't make it, but I heard about it, a lot about it. So I'll be checking it out a little later. But speaking of stereotyping, and that's kind of like the second topic that I want to come up to. Have you guys heard anything about this? Petition calls for Disney parks to change theme of Splash Mountain.
What do they want to change it to?
They want to change it to The Princess and the Frog because they claim that because the characters that are in Splash Mountain are from Song of the South, which they deem to be a racist film.
Okay.
First of all, have either of you seen the movie Song of the South?
Yes, I have.
I haven't seen it.
It shouldn't have been made. It shouldn't have been made. I admit that. But it's a fucking attraction that people, I mean, I don't know. It's what else are you going to change? The freeway? I mean,
it makes very, very, very little sense. But let me read through the article first. So it says there are growing calls for Walt Disney World to change the theme of its popular log flume ride Splash Mountain. The attraction is based on the 1946 Disney film The Song of the South, which has been criticized for its stereotypes of Black people. If you haven't heard of the film, you're not alone. The movie has been removed from all viewing platforms and was not included on Disney Plus. So Splash Mountain basically, well, to go back, Song of the South, which I haven't seen in a long time, and which I'd actually gotten in book form, it's basically a collection of stories narrated by Uncle Remus. Now, I don't really remember the movie that much. I knew that there was a lot of kerfuffle about it, but I'd never seen it. But the stories, yeah, Jane says, I mean, it's racist, but who knows that? Nobody associates Splash Mountain with it, do they? No, they don't. And one thing to bring up, because I was trying to figure out why I was so offended by this, is that the ride itself just has characters from the stories that were in Song of the South. Now, my grandmother, who grew up in the Jim Crow South, actually told me some of those stories. As a matter of fact, the ride itself that's in Disney World is based on the Burr Rabbit story, Burr Rabbit and the Briar Patch. Because basically, Burr Rabbit, it was basically him fighting against, Burr Fox and the bear and all the rest of them. And so that's pretty much what the ride is around. There's no racist elements in the freaking ride, which is what I don't understand and what I don't get. And they're saying and it's not all Disney fans at all, trying to get it changed to another movie just seems pointless to me.
Oh, it says CNN reports though, so it might be fake.
Sorry, now Soul Assassin, are you talking about the Alabama Song of the South? Sorry.
There's an Alabama song? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that.
It's a country group.
Okay. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Yeah, I'd seen a bunch of these petitions, and what kind of irritated me is I saw a lot of them on Diz Twitter, and they just want to retheme it to Princess and the Frog. Princess and the Frog theme would be as loud and as wrong as the film. Yeah, and I agree, because there's no mountains in the bayou. And what does it really do?
Nothing. I don't know. I mean, what do you say to something that happened over 60 years ago that, like Jane said, was racist, but half of the people now don't associate that movie with the ride?
No. And I know I don't, because when I go in the ride, or the times that I've gone and I see the stories, I'm reminded of the same story that my grandmother used to tell me. There was no Uncle Remus involved whatsoever. They were all different stories about Burr Rabbit and how clever he was. And if anything, he was pretty much like Bugs Bunny, just as clever. And that's what the whole ride is about. So to me personally, people trying to erase that, I feel like they're really trying to erase a lot of American history, like my family's history.
And Princess and the Frog wasn't even that good of a movie anyway.
Princess and the Frog sucked. It really did. It really did. And
movies like this that has racism in them, they should show them everywhere. Let people see the whole thing, what not to do when you make movies, or educate, the youngsters, this is what they did back then, right? Okay. Show people what it was like.
Obviously, when we think of something like that, you think of what happened with Germany in World War II, and that's what I think about what Steve just said. I have never been to Germany, but I've had family members, and they talk about their experience. And what has happened, they try to learn from that, and they try to educate and stuff like that. They own up to it.
Yeah. And if this is what it takes to get this movie removed, they sure as hell should remove Schindler's List and all kinds of stuff like that, because that certainly has some really bad stuff in there, right?
And I don't mean to go on a downturn or anything like that, but Stieg is right. If you want to not repeat those stuff of the past, learn from it. And sometimes I don't think that people do that. And then you have stupid little articles like this that probably started out from an argument on Twitter.
And I'm glad you brought that up because Twitter is the first place where I saw this. And I've never understood it just again, it's like this movie out there would be the perfect thing to start a discussion. Instead of thinking that you know better than we are, let's see how far we've come from back then.
Exactly.
And one of the things, Jane says some of these stories are African origin. That is true because in African oral tradition, stories are handed down. Stories have, morals in them, and it's an oral history. And I remember my grandmother saying all of these stories about Burr Rabbit, the same stories that she would tell my father, who got in trouble for telling one at school. And incidentally, I think like when my father went to Disney World in 1972, he has a picture of himself with Burr Fox. So if he thought that was racist and he was pro-Black as I don't know what, I don't think he would have taken that picture or gone there. I've never heard about these stories being racist. They've been passed on for like years.
Another monster is in the chat being a bit cross with me for having bashed Swedes. I've done that for 40 years. I'm not going to stop.
Dude, you still butthurt about that?
None of the monster is great though. He faithfully comes to our live streams on Mondays when we talk Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a friendly rivalry thing that they have going on.
Oh,
and the puns they come up to each other. Oh boy.
I have to see that. I have to check that again. Yeah, author Steve. Yeah, agreed, Stig. Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Maybe they want to repeat it.
Well,
maybe that's why they're removing shit.
You know what?
Wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't if you don't know. Yeah, if you don't know your history, you are doomed to repeat it. If you don't know what happened in your history, you are doomed to repeat it. Even what your ancestors did to fight against certain things, if that history is removed, you have no point of reference.
Exactly. And they won't know they're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
Because there's nobody there to say, hey, this is what happened last time someone did this. It wasn't good.
Right. Bikini 90 says, I've never seen this, and Whoopi Goldberg's been wanting to get Disney to finally release this movie, and I'm with her. Just release the movie and we can move on from it. Exactly. It makes me think like you're hiding something.
Well, can I say something too? Like Steven says, I don't have a dog in this fight. I have a great grandmother that was American Indian. That's on my mom's side. I have a great grandfather who was a mulatto on my dad's side, but that doesn't reflect what I look like today. But you can still just release the stuff. And if everyday people I see on Twitter that conversations can get heated, but they still say the same thing. Release the damn thing. It's when media gets involved and spins the narrative. That's when you get the kerfuffle of stuff like this from CNN.
Yeah, it's a couple of journalists that are doing this to basically virtue signal, just to score points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, and people like that are spineless, and frankly, they have no respect for themselves. So why should other people respect who those journalists are pretending to be?
Exactly. Okay, Shellback says, yeah, I grew up with Burr Rabbit too. Yeah, those stories are just ubiquitous in the South. Burr Rabbit is from African folklore. Yes. Something else that someone had told me about Song of the South, they tried to say that it was racist because of the way that Uncle Remus spoke. For some people who don't know, the WPA had a project where they interviewed former slaves. And that's exactly how a lot of them talked. And my grandmother actually had some of that dialect as well. And those people had powerful stories to tell. And they used stories like Burr Rabbit to recount their history and pass it on to other generations. So to me, it's just, yeah, it's just like release it and let the people decide whether or not they want to be offended. Who are you to tell us that?
Okay, I'm looking at a clip of, I'm not going to say where Uncle Remus is talking. I know 6 people that talk like that still. You know how he says good morning and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way he talks.
Exactly.
No, another monster. You're not a Stark. You're a Frey.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh Lord, we on.
Oh boy.
Let me get going because.
Sorry to be such like a.
Oh, that's when I first noticed the forced inclusion in Disney movies was that movie. You're talking about The Princess and the Frog, right, Trey Courtney? Yes. I did not like The Princess and the Frog. It just seems just a diversity movie. Just something to throw on there and just say, here, Black people, we gave you a movie. We rethemed, the resort called Dixie Landings because they didn't want to offend people and called it Port Orleans Resort instead. And the movie was trash. It really was. It really was. The Prince just
every
breathed.
time.
That's all he did.
Every time Hollywood does stuff like that, it has to be insulting because it's like they're assuming that Black people or Asians or whatever can only identify with someone who has the same skin color. It's like the person or the character's personality or worldviews or whatever doesn't even become a factor. It's like skin color is the only thing you can identify with, so like it. It's very patronizing, isn't it?
It is very patronizing. And I think what a lot of people forget as well, when Hollywood wasn't interested in making stories with diverse characters, independent creators were making their own art. As a matter of fact, because I remember, was it Robert Townsend or was it Ice Cube? Because I know Spike Lee had said that we can't depend on Hollywood to tell our stories. We have to tell our own stories in order to retain control over those stories.
Yeah, because if you're writing a character, right? Character first. Write a good character. Skin color doesn't even matter unless the character is from a certain place, right? But character first. If a character is only in there to represent the skin color, that character will only be skin deep to begin with.
And was it even before Robert Townsend and Spike Lee? No, I'm not real familiar, but with like the 30s and the 40s, how Blacks were portrayed, and the actors just got fed up with it, so they started their own production companies.
They did.
I couldn't tell you one damn movie, unfortunately, what they did, but.
Well, I can tell you one because I remember hearing about it, and it was one of my grandparents' favorites. There was a movie called Cabin in the Sky,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole cast was Black. I cannot freaking remember everyone that was in it, but that was one where yes, they were making their own independent films because at that time Hollywood was mostly casting Black people as waiters, cooks, housekeepers, and those actors wanted better roles. And one historical actress to follow actually is Dorothy Dandridge. Her story as a Black actress in Hollywood, I think like in the 40s, like the early 40s and 50s. That's another good one to check out.
Is it the one with Halle Berry you just said? Or was there another one with
No,
that
there
was
was one with Halle Berry, which was really good because it really detailed Dorothy Dandridge's story. And then just to go back and see the films that Dorothy Dandridge
Oh, okay.
performed in. Yeah. So there's because I didn't know exactly who Dorothy Dandridge was. I knew of her, but I didn't really know her story until I saw the movie that Halle Berry did. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a good one to start. Trey Courtney says American History X is probably going to get rid of soon. I hope not. I'm just tired of them just erasing stuff.
Okay, when American History X came out, my cousin was one of the racist people that I have ever met in my life. And he saw that in the theater because he's like, yes, that it's going to prove what we've been talking about. Yes, yes, yes. He didn't last until the movie ended where he was crying in the seat. It took something like that for him to finally see what the fuck have I been doing with my life.
Yeah, that movie is a perfect warning. You know?
Absolutely.
We're just preaching. I'm sorry.
No. It's all good. And I think it's like with these, Hollywood has just gone from making art and letting the viewer make up their own mind to it's like now they want to make up their mind for you. Make up your mind for you. You know, and McKinney is right. It's all about power, influence, and control. And I guarantee that history will not look too kind on them if they succeed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, man, it's like it seems, I'm not going to say seems innocent because there's basically like an agenda with this. This is the last thing that I'm going to show. Oh, hey, memes of destruction. I know you said hi to everybody else. Hey, ladies, what's going on?
You know, movies in general should be entertainment or art, right? It shouldn't be a lecture.
Exactly.
That's what documentaries are for.
Exactly. Hey, Mark Anthony Tired. Yeah, they absolutely should.
Can you highlight Trey Courtney's comment? Okay. Where it says it glorifies even though the ending is the opposite. And then highlight his next comment where he says that's my favorite Ed Norton movie.
Now, the reason that I saw it is because Avery Brooks was in it.
Yeah.
AKA Captain Cisco.
I love Avery Brooks. Damn, he's good looking.
He's good. Oh my God, I met him.
You did? Oh, you did? I saw that picture.
I met him a couple of times. I actually used to run his fan club for Deep Space Nine. Yeah. Yeah.
Spill the tea, girl. Spill the tea.
Yeah. I'll save that for that for another chat. But yeah, Avery Brooks is freaking awesome. He's just, I don't get starstruck, but just listening to him talk about the industry and just listen to him talk, philosophically, it's just freaking awesome.
I saw a video of him. I think it was him, basically destroying tokenism and the PC culture in Hollywood. I think it was Avery Brooks.
Probably. Because I know, yeah, here's a story I can actually tell because it's actually pretty good. Because when he would go to conventions, people would ask him, well-meaning people, well, when's Star Trek gonna, tackle racism and all of that? And he's just like, why would I want to act out something that I have to deal with on a daily basis?
Wow.
He's like, it's not something that I'm thinking about. He's like, it's Star Trek. I'm thinking about the future and these stories and this man and the story that he has and the relationships that he has with these people and how, and how they grow. He's like, I'm not focused on racism. Pretty much you guys are. And it was, yeah, I'll say it was pathological. Like people asking just repeatedly, aren't you going to do something about race? Aren't you going to do something about race? I think they did eventually have an episode that was like that. But you just had a group of people that kept pushing that. And Avery Brooks is like, is that the only thing that you want me to do in Star Trek is just to talk about racism every episode?
Yep. So
How about just letting him act?
Yeah.
Play a cool
Exactly.
character.
So
Exactly.
what is this Disney launches internal what?
Okay, so yes, oh my God, Avery Brooks, yes, really cool. You know what? I have to go and dig up all my fan stuff.
You know, that's kind of weird that people are, saying, black people should get better acting jobs and play better characters, and yet at the same time, they want all of them to talk about racism.
Yeah.
So how about just letting them act?
No, it's like they're like I said, there was a time when we just wanted to tell our stories and we weren't fixated on racism. There were some dimensions to it, but there wasn't something that we were just like absolutely fixated on. But the next thing before I forget, it's just something I just wanted to point out, just about the slippery slope with what's going on. This guy who's WDW Pro, I don't know if any of you guys are on the WDW Magic forums, but this guy has been right on so much stuff, including the dumpster fire that was the Rise of the Resistance rides at Disney World and Disneyland. He was basically telling people they're behind schedule. They put the track in wrong, all of that. And people were like, no, it's going to launch fine. It's going to launch fine. No, it was a problem. So here he says, and take this with a grain of salt again, it's a rumor, but this guy's been right more than he's been wrong. And he said, multiple sources have reached out to me today to inform that a new review board is being assembled to look at Disney park shows and attractions for elements that do not align with as of yet not public principles. My sources do not know if the review board has been filled or by whom. They do note that this comes directly from Iger, is being spearheaded by a VP. And one source says it is opposed by Josh D'Amaro. Now, Josh D'Amaro is, I think now he's head of parks and experiences. So he basically has Bob Iger's not Bob Iger, the other Bob Chapek's old job. So D'Amaro has that, although it is unknown why. So that's interesting that D'Amaro is opposing it. So he says, one source, I shouldn't assume that this is a man, but it will. One source provides me with information that the following attractions and experiences, which are to be under scrutiny and given recommendations for modification over the next 5 years. First one, Splash Mountain. Again, we talked about that one. The next one is American Adventure. Basically, that's just, the American Pavilion over in Epcot, just, Americana and all of that. The Hall of Frickin' Presidents. I don't get that. I don't get that. The Country Bear Jamboree, I guess, because they actually talk about shooting people in that one. I don't know. The Hoop-de-Doo review is just basically a Western Stampede dinner show. Really good food. Really patriotic. I don't know if that's the issue they have with it or not. Carousel of Progress. I guess because of the time periods, I don't know, from the 1800s up to the envisioned future. I have no idea why they have a problem with that one. And It's a Small World, which the music gets on my freaking nerves, and I hate that ride, but I don't know the issue they have with that. And Peter Pan's Flight.
What's wrong with Peter Pan? That's the only one I know from this list anyway.
I have no idea. I don't know. You know what? I might know. You know the Indians in the story?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Where they go to the island. Not that Lost Boys, but I know there's a scene. There's a scene in the ride itself where they have the Indians together. And I know that there's a song in the movie that the Indians sing. I think it's called like What Makes the Red Man Red or something like that. That might be what they're taking issue with.
Well, to be fair, that is kind of a bad line.
Yeah. When I saw it, I'm kind of like, I can't believe that got through there. But that's the only thing that I can think about. But in that ride, there's nothing like that. They're just basically just there on an island, and it's an animatronic, and that's it.
So everything Disney's built on is in some way racist. Shouldn't they just be giving away their money then if they're that virtuous?
Oh, I have no idea. Yes, I was going to bring them up. Okay. Millennium Falcon ride at Disney World was fun. I haven't done it yet, Memes of Destruction, because I'm not going back to Disney until 2021 when they finish putting everything else in there. I'm sorry, Steve. Can you repeat your statement?
Yeah. So basically, a hell of a lot of movies and stuff that have made Disney what it is today,
Mm-hmm.
that has earned the money, is basically racist in some way. So shouldn't Disney be giving the money back as reparations? Because that's what they're telling others to do.
That is an interesting point, Stig.
Mm.
Very, very.
I mean, there's an old Donald Duck movie that is basically Nazi propaganda.
I remember that one. I totally remember that one.
I'm thinking Disney should thread a bit lightly.
That's an interesting point to bring up because a lot of people don't know that. And Disney has actually done a good job of scrubbing a lot of that information because some of it used to be on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there or not, but they were pulling that stuff down, especially a lot of the Nazi propaganda videos that they have. I remember seeing them because I would see them, I would watch them with my grandfather, and he would show them to me, and I remember them very well. But that's interesting. They would not do that. Beams of destruction. Oh, I like your ears. Welcome to the fur to menace. Well, they're not fur, they're glitter. I counsel the candidates. Don't touch the Three Caballeros. Yeah, do not freaking mess with that movie. But Jane says,
if they're doing it now with some movies that they can justify, you know for a fact that the next batch of movies that they'll tamper with, the bar will be set lower and lower and lower.
You know they will, especially since again Disney's not into storytelling anymore like they used to be. It's all just a merchandise machine.
Yes, John Beck, they did have pro-Nazi propaganda, big time.
Oh yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't.
And I found it.
You found what?
The Donald Duck one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
we're not playing it.
No. I was gonna say, hang on. Where's me? Okay. So anyway, like this book here, they don't sell this anymore. So it actually has some of the propaganda stuff that's in it. So I actually went and bought that. Can't buy it anymore. But yeah, they did. They not pro-Nazi, but I mean it was anti-Nazi, but it was definitely propaganda.
It was Donald Duck wearing a uniform with a certain symbol, making a certain hand movement.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Disney made that one.
They did.
Are those urns?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. I hadn't seen it in a while, but they did. But yeah, what Jane was saying, release the racist movies and give Black people royalties. Yeah, they are not Disney. This is the same company that basically took John Boyega off of the poster for Rise of Palpatine just to please the Chinese censors.
Yeah, and the media didn't even say a word about it.
Didn't say a freaking word because they like that Chinese money.
Well, this is kind of not Disney, but remember when Crazy Rich Asians came out? And how it did so well in
Mm-hmm.
the States, most of Europe, but then you get to China. I don't even know if they actually premiered that to China at all, because it didn't do well. There weren't Chinese like, again, with just what I'm trying to say, it's hypocritical for them, because how we would see it is there's Asian, I don't want to be stereotypical and say representation with a full cast and stuff like that, but they don't see it like that. And then for them to move John Boyega such a prominently for where he was at the poster to like, yeah, yeah,
To the back of the bus.
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty much. Yeah.
That's exactly what they did. And they also removed the lesbian kiss that they had in there for virtue points, but that one was removed from the Chinese
I
version
had
of
to
the
go
movie.
to YouTube to actually see that.
Yeah, it's like blink and you miss it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let me run through these really quick. At least WB owned up to their racist past by releasing the old Looney Tunes cartoons with a statement. Yeah, I did see that. I bought a box set and they had, the disclaimer up there. I mean, it's like they could say that. Pretty much people could figure it out and figure out
Yeah,
that
all
they
they have
had
to
it.
do is just say, we're sorry, back in the days, times were different and there was a lot of racist stuff going on,
Exactly.
including in our company. That's it. You don't have to say anything else.
But Disney does the pandering route where they acknowledge it, but they spin it in a way, well, we're not like that anymore. Nobody said that you were still like that.
Actually, they are still like that.
Okay,
That's
okay, they are
they
still
did
like
with
that.
Boyega.
Well, damn it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's like what WB did is, yeah, just release the stuff. It's frustrating.
It just, it is. China may not like non-Chinese actors, period, Asian or not.
Yeah.
This is true, but let's just say there's a history between the African and the Chinese. I'll just put it like that. And even though Boyega was born in England, he's Nigerian. So yeah, it's yeah. With God, I'm telling you, with Disney, it's just, I'll put it to you like this. It's interesting that Disney wants to virtue signal and all of that, especially the statements that come out from the park. As I said, I find it interesting that there's so much crime and issues that go on with the Black community outside of Anaheim, outside of Orlando, but I've never seen Disney make any huge statements about it.
Yeah.
And it's like now all of a sudden, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. No, you're really not doing anything.
Yeah, agree.
Really not. Put
I've seen
disclaimers
people
on
on
everything.
people on Twitter waking up to it though. Every time Disney does one of their virtue signal bits, they spam the Boyega picture all over their Twitter.
With the Black Panther poster, they had the mask on Chadwick Boseman on the Chinese poster. Yeah, I saw that.
Are you
I saw
serious?
that too. They did. Yeah. I can't remember if Stephen Wayne put that picture out there or if Ichibaka had put that picture out there. But I didn't know that about the Black Panther poster in China. I didn't know that about that. I'm like, what kind of freaking sense does that make? Zero. But anyway, it has been 90 minutes.
More like 100 minutes almost.
Oh yeah, it is 9:43. 100 minutes. Wow. But thanks everybody for coming by and all of that. Please hit the like button. I hope you like the discussion and all of that. Next week, probably here, we're probably gonna be doing season 2 of Game of Thrones, but I'll double check with everybody. But that's probably going to be on board for next week.
I'm just glad Danny's not here right now because he'd say something.
What?
I would be late because of that BP time.
Danny's a trip. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys want to shout out your channels and everything to everyone. Nah, it's like everybody knows where to find
You know what?
everybody.
You know who you should subscribe to? Subscribe to Stieg Kenobi.
No,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
not a YouTuber.
I
Subscribe
don't
to
care.
Sporting instead.
You put more effort. You put less effort into your videos than I do.
That top 5 video, oh my god. I freaking
Yeah, it's
loved it.
basically just me filming the computer screen with my cell phone. Yeah, there's not even any planning.
And he's like the top 5. Number 10. Number 14. Number 2.
Someone in the comment section thought there was something to those numbers, that they weren't random.
Y'all rock, even Stieg. Yes. Very cool. Yes.
You know what? I will say
Love you
this.
too.
Before, if y'all are able to stop by the Stieg's Sporky News podcast tomorrow. We do with the Winds of Winter, Game of Thrones, and if you just want something different, if you just want to listen to it, we always pop ideas and just predict and argue. We really don't argue, but it's just really cool to do something like that instead of talking about Disney, what else is going on. So
No, that's not what's happening. It's me telling people what's going to happen in book 6, and I'm right.
Listen here, fool. Okay.
Well, Mark, you know what? Hey, Mark, just catch the replay, dude. Glad you're here. Just catch the replay. I know, but it's really is a cool stream. So definitely check that one out with Christy and Stieg. And again, next week at 8 p.m. here, we're chatting season 2 of Game of Thrones. So if you have seen it, if you haven't seen it, we'll see you here next week. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for coming.
Bye.
Take care. Get rid of that swamp ass.
Sniff glue.
Bye.